Okay, for this one, I'm going to show you how to put a drop shadow in. So once you select yourself, you need to delete the background of your photo. So I have myself selected here. Make sure it's a precise selection. So if you have parts missing like this, you need to clean that up. And I showed you that in the other video about making your selections. Okay, so I have that. I have this myself selected. Just so I can save, I'm going to save the selection. Self. Okay, now I'm going to click select inverse, which is going to select everything but me. Okay, make sure you're on that layer, and I'm going to hit delete. So it deletes everything else but me. To deselect, you can go up to select and hit deselect, or this is the keyboard shortcut. Get to know your keyboard shortcuts for your selections. Control D. Control D. Okay, so mine, say I want to use this image in my cover. I don't want it that small, so maybe I want to resize it. So you go to Edit, Free Transform, or Control T, and then I go from the corners, holding Shift to make it bigger. Okay, and then I want to accept it, either hit the check or double click on the inside, and then it will do that. Okay, so for this, if you have your cover, Photoshop cover document, you can open it and then just click and drag this into there. I'm just going to show you how to add a drop shadow on top of this. So first, you're going to click on your layer that you want to add a drop shadow to. Then go to Effects, click on Drop Shadow. Make sure this preview box is selected. Then you want to move it so you can see it once you put it on there. Okay, so the opacity, that's how light or dark it's going to be, or the transparency of it. Distance, you can have the distance go up, the spread go up. This is going to be the angle of your drop shadow. Okay, I'm not seeing anything here because it's not on normal. So hit normal. Move your drop shadow. You can see it right here. You see that? There's my drop shadow. I want it this away because that's where my shadow is going anyway. So let's move it to where it would be that way. And then you can increase the distance, the spread, the size. Whoa. You want to make sure it's continuing to go that way. So a lot or a little goes a long way. I don't want the spread that big. Now, this noise starts to make it a little pixelated there. A lot of noise makes it really grainy. You don't want that to look like that because then it's going to be unrealistic. A little noise is good. If you want to have a more opacity to it, then you can have it like that. But play around with it. It's also best to have a background so you can see what your drop shadow will look like with the background. So make sure you look at that video as well.